Wisdom. We are going through a 5-part series on how events can be such a huge catalyst for your business and your personal growth. Today's part 2. Specifically, we're going through why events matter. It's because you're going to get the best skill set there. So if you missed the previous one, go back to my YouTube and please subscribe to that. I put this plus a lot of other cool content there to help you with your business, to help you with your life. But this is super, super important. All right. So we're talking about events, and specifically, we're talking about in-person events. And Jim Rohn says skills lead you to more income. If you acquire more skills in the marketplace, you can make more. And all of us can learn better skills. In fact, Jim Rohn talked about how when he got started in business, the only skills he knew was how to milk cows, and that didn't pay very much. I was the same way as well, too. When I got started in business, I was 19. I was broke as a joke. I had no experience. The only skill I had was knowing how to memorize and regurgitate on a piece of paper called a test. But that doesn't pay very well as well, too. So I looked at this business thing, and I'm like, can I do well? Well, if I didn't learn more, then I wouldn't be able to earn more. So I then started to realize skills, everything's learnable. So I hope you understand that. Any single time, I hope this clicks, Warrior. Any single time you see anybody that is inspiring, that is incredible, that is talented, they developed that skill. So if you can do what other people do, the way that they do it, you can make what they make. So why are events powerful? It's because you can acquire skill sets much more quickly. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, when you go to an in-person event specifically, what I love about these is typically you're going to have many different types of people with many types of skill sets on display. And they're going to give you tactical things. You never know when that one skill that you need is going to pay off. I'll give you an example. This was just last year. We were tuning into an event and we were being trained by multi-7-figure earners from around the world. There was a lot of skills that day. And I hope this clicks because most people miss this. Most people, when they go to an event, what they're trying to do is they're trying to like drink water out of a fire hose. They're trying to absorb everything. Have you ever felt overwhelmed at an event before? Put a 1 in the comments, right? You're hearing so many different things. You're feeling super, super overwhelmed. You're like, oh my gosh, they're doing this way. They're using social media. They're doing phone calls. They're doing ads. You're like, oh my gosh, there's so many different things to be able to learn. Energy is definitely contagious. But what you need to seek, and this is my encouragement to you, you see, you don't need to know everything. You just need to know the thing that you need for that day. You need to know that thing that can change your life. See, when you go to an event, what I'm looking for is what are the skills that I need for where I'm at right now? That's going to be different for everyone. When you're brand new, you're going to have to learn skill sets like how to prospect. When you are more involved in your business, you might need to know skill sets like how to organize and how to lead. You have to know for you and your development with what you need right now to get the result that you want, what you need. That's why a good question before you go to an event is, what do I want from this? That's the number one question I ask people when I go to an event. What do you want? What are you expecting? You know, most people, what they say is, I don't know. I just want to be inspired. I want to be encouraged, and that's good. But you have to be more specific on what you're seeking. If you search, you will find. So just last year, we went to this event, 3-day event, immersive, tons of skill sets, amazing speakers. But I was looking for one thing. For me, I was looking for a way to explode a wave of new prospects that I'll be able to see. Good morning. What are you needing right now? What's something in your business that you need breakthrough in? So I knew what I needed. And all of a sudden, I heard one speaker go up, and she talked about a way where she was able to enroll 100 people in her business in 30 days. I'm like, all right, you got my attention. That's crazy. You know, it's like, I need something like that. And she dropped a simple tip. Now, at this time, I had been playing around with social media. If you follow me now, you probably see me for doing a lot of social media stuff. I didn't know any of that, right? These are all skills, right? Remember, not long ago, I didn't even have an Instagram or a TikTok or these types of things. But at this time, I was playing around with TikTok and short form content. I had made 300 TikToks with 0 results. I hope you get these numbers, right? You might be thinking right now, man, I suck at my skill. Remember, with any skill, you're going to suck before you get legendary, right? I did 300 with 0, but I knew it could work. But I was missing a couple details. And you know what you go to events for? That one detail that can change everything. That one golden nugget that could do everything. I have teammates that come up to me. They say, James, I'm doing it all. I'm following the system. I'm following the training, and it's not working for me. Well, my mentor said this. It's not that it doesn't work. It's that you don't work. Oof. So it works because it works for other people. But perhaps we're missing 1 or 2 details. Good morning. So you know what happened was this. I heard the one detail. What I learned was I learned the concept of a hook. So when you do a social media post, a reel, a TikTok, begin with a hook that captures someone's attention immediately. And here was the hook that I caught. One skill. Now, I'm saying this as an example. Now, it could be helpful for you, but I'm saying this because remember, all you need is one golden nugget, one skill set that could change everything. And the hook doesn't matter, but I'll tell you what it was. It was this. The first line say, what they don't want to tell you. And people are like, oh man, that's intense. So I caught that one hook. And then I also learned to do a call to action. If you want more information, do this, right? So I learned how to do a hook. And then I learned how to do a call to action, which is tell your people what you want them to do. So immediately it clicked for me. I'm like, I'm going to go do this right now. And even though I did 300 other posts and it did nothing, I said, I see where I was missing and I'm going to apply that now. Warrior, I hope you get this. Business works. It's logical. We're emotional though. So if something's not working for you, it just means that you haven't cracked the code yet. But are you willing to seek the answer until? I heard the answer. Right away, during the break, I went outside. I took my phone with me and I did a little selfie and I had an inspired thought of how to do a certain post. I did the hook. I got my content. I did a call to action. I posted it. That was my very first viral short form content that actually led to that. Plus, I got the pattern down. That year, I was able to enroll personally 80 new partners into my business, some of which are watching right now, that I never knew before. And I was like, oh my gosh, that one skill, valuable. So why do I bring this up? Why do events matter? If I didn't go to that event, I would never have learned that thing that I just wasn't aware of. You see, the results that we're getting in our life and our business right now are simply a byproduct of the philosophies that we've taken in before and the actions we've applied on those philosophies. So the reality is this: if you want more, you must first become more. If you could have everything that you wanted being the way that you are already, you'd already have them. What if you were just one skill away from your breakthrough? What if you were just one detail away from your breakthrough? I was. And every single time I go to an event, I was. So why do events matter? You can pick up skills from the best people in the world, and all it takes is just one. If you believe you're just one skill away, one aha away from your breakthrough, put a 1 in the comments below. That's my expectancy. That's why I constantly go to events seeking. I'm like, there's something else. There's something else. There's something else. There's something else. That changed my life for forever. And I end the story with this. It's interesting because I just came back from another event. You're going to go there for skills to gain, but also you're going to go to events and you might be the teacher. It's interesting how things go full circle. I just came back. I was out in Destin. There was a leader event with over 200 plus leaders from around North America. We were sitting around the bar during a break, and I had one of the teammates came up, and now I'm known as like the TikTok guy. People are like, hey, go to James because he knows how to do TikTok. Remember a year ago, I'm like, yeah, I had nothing. So it doesn't take long to become a quote unquote master. Comes up to me, shows me his TikTok. This guy has like a lot of following, a lot of likes. He has almost 8,000 followers on TikTok. But he's like, James, I don't get it. I'm not getting any leads. I'm not getting any conversions. What do? I looked over the TikTok and I'm like, yo, you're missing a hook and you're missing a call to action. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Let's go do this. So you know what we did right there at the bar? I had my buddy Ed with me, and I did one with him. I applied the same formula with the same skill that I learned just a year or two ago. And I said, yo, hey, if you haven't been following Ed and what he's doing, you got to check him out right now. Went through the content, and then I did action. I said, if you want more information on how he transformed, he's a cancer survivor, used the products, transformed his life. I'm like, hit up Ed, shoot him a message. Boom. Did a little selfie. Took around a minute. He comes out to me later that night. He's like, James, look at my TikTok. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I have people asking me what I did. I'm like, really now? You see, skills are so important to grab. They say, why do you have to pay a mechanic so much money to fix your car, even though it takes just a little bit of time? It's not the time, it's the expertise. And if you want to sharpen skills, if you want to make more money in your business, you have to get those skills sharpened. Best way, when you go in an event, especially when it's in person, whether they're on stage or at that time, it was just a hanging out by the bar. You never know when you're going to get the golden nuggets. But what would it have costed if I didn't decide to go to that event? That would have costed not just me 80 enrollments and more, but it would have costed my buddy Ed not knowing how to be able to do that as well too. So here's the question I have for you as we end this today. Can you afford not to go to events? That's what I think. So to this day, that's why I still go to in-person events, no matter what. It's inconvenient, takes time, energy, and money, but I just know that that one breakthrough is all we need. So I hope that encourages you. By the way, if you're interested, we have an event that is for the Warrior Movement, our business team, April 28th to 30th down here in San Diego. We have limited tickets. It's going to be crazy. We're talking about how to transform your body, mind, spirit, and your business. And it's going to be very limited, very exclusive. We have limited tickets. If you like some more information on that, and you're seeing this in time, shoot me a direct message, and I'd love to talk to you about it because I know the power of these events. That's why I go to them, and that's why I put them on. But perhaps that one event could get you that one other skill that could lead you to your next breakthrough. All right. So that encouraged you. Like this, share this, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff as well too. And once again, if you're into more information about that event, then shoot me a message. Would love to have you there. Other than that, Warriors out.